Hello, and welcome to the San Diego release broadcast for banking. I'm Lauren Spruill, Industry Marketing Manager for Financial Services. I'm joined by Namit Saxena, Head of Banking Product for Financial Services Operations, and DJ Patel, our Senior Manager of Technical Marketing. Today, we'll share ServiceNow San Diego and store release highlights, demonstrating how we resolve complex, costly processes within banks. Before we focus on the products themselves, let's talk about the why behind this release for banking. Today, digital transformation is foundationally changing the way that banks operate. And banks win by creating streamlined operations that deliver frictionless client experiences. Though all banks rely on data tools to support the client experience, employees often have disparate and outdated views of client data, resulting in reactive and inefficient client servicing. When siloed systems do not connect, the client experience suffers. ServiceNow helps banks address these challenges by enabling them to deliver expert client services while saving time and cost. With that background, let's get on with the show and introduce what's new in the San Diego release for banking. In the San Diego release, Financial Services Operations, also known as FSO, is completing its solution set for the major revenue centers of banks, making it even easier for them to connect the front, middle, and back offices by eliminating data silos. Our new FSO core capabilities provide curated views of real-time information, so all teams across the bank can act on client requests quickly and easily. Our banking offering will now include deposit operations, in addition to our existing solutions across card, payment, and loan applications. With our connected platform, banks can streamline deposit operations to save time and cost, while also relying on client lifecycle operations to streamline the collection of client and account information. With FSO, institutions can coordinate account servicing across internal departments to deliver effortless banking experiences every time. Now, let's start by reviewing our core capability enhancements with Namit.
Thank you, Lauren. We've enhanced our core capabilities for financial institutions because we understand the risks and frustrations associated with acting on client and account requests with unsynchronized information. In the San Diego release, the new Financial Services Customer Central capabilities and Relationship Manager workspace help banks maintain the same visibility of all client information so that they can provide expert service every time. With the new dynamic service selector, client data is protected by permissions and banking professionals can resolve requests quickly. This tool allows admins to help narrow the set of services types that are shown to agents based upon the client profile, making it simpler and easier to kick off service requests of all kinds. Manage that catalog sprawl with ease. Banks can also securely integrate their core systems with additional out-of-the-box remote tables for FSO. This enhancement reduces development time by eliminating the need to recreate the FSO data model for integrations. With synchronized information, banks can securely act on client needs with real-time data. So let's hit pause here, because I think this is a great time to actually show you how all three of these innovations work together. And to do this, I'd like to introduce my friend and colleague, DJ Patel.
Thanks for sharing these exciting core capability enhancements, Namit. Now let us dive into a demo. In this example, we will be taking a view of Michael Scott, who is a relationship manager at a bank. In the past, Michael has had difficulty keeping track of each client's information, often causing delays in his servicing. Using the Relationship Manager workspace, Michael now gets a comprehensive view of all his clients he supports, the cases he is actively working on, and analytics of all the cases and tasks of all his clients. Also, the quick links enable him to initiate actions to serve his clients. Comprehensive and enhanced visibility of client information enables Michael to provide proactive and effective client servicing every time. Now let us say that Michael is fulfilling a request for a long-time client, Anu Raj. Let us view our account details and see Customer Central in action. Michael Scott can see a complete overview of Anu's financial account information in Customer Central. Michael can see a customer summary, a list of household members that are part of Anu's account, and a summary view of her financial and credit accounts. Michael can also dynamically switch between Anu's accounts and display account details and associated transactions. The financial services data model, along with out-of-the-box remote tables, helps aggregate this disparate information on a single plane. By having synchronized data on a single pane, Michael can fulfill Anu's request quickly and effectively. Michael then receives another call from one of his other clients, Fiona Clark. Fiona has opened a deposit account and would like Michael's help opening a new credit account. As soon as Michael tries to create the case, the dynamic service selector activates in the background. It narrows down the categories and associated services that Michael is entitled to offer based on Fiona's profile and Michael's viewing permissions. Since Fiona has yet to open a credit account with the bank, the only credit service that is listed is the new credit card request. Limiting information based on client's profile increases client data protection and enable Michael and his team to provide more targeted services. With financial services operations' new core capability enhancements, financial institutions can provide expert service every time.
Thank you, DJ, for taking us through that awesome demo. Now, let's switch gears to one of the key revenue centers of banks and credit unions, deposits. We know that relationship managers and deposit operations specialists spend too much time on the administrative work associated with account requests, often at the expense of delivering personalized services to their clients. In the San Diego release, our new deposit operations applications helps teams complete work faster by automating and optimizing the most common checking, savings, and certificate of deposit account requests. With deposit operations, account updates, standing order modifications, account origination, and closures are systematically presented to the bank's front, middle, and back office. Everyone can verify and review requests without manually routing work across departments. When banks deliver consistent experiences every time, they build client trust. This application can also feed into process optimization to help analyze and identify operational bottlenecks so that performance can be continually improved. Thanks to this capability, banks can create transparent, repeatable account processes that continuously save time and cost. DJ, over to you to show us how banks and credit unions can use this application.
That was an excellent articulation of deposit operations. Now let us dive back into deposit operations demo from the view of Michael Scott, the relationship manager, and his client Anu Raj. Anu would like to open a personal deposit account with the bank. After speaking with Anu, Michael creates a new deposit service case using the relationship manager workspace. Once Michael creates the case, the digital workflow in the background initiates the playbook. The playbook's layout helps Michael and other employees focus on the tasks that they are individually responsible for while providing complete visibility into end-to-end process lifecycle. Michael is provided with all the necessary case-related information as he moves through the playbook. For Anu's account onboarding, several tasks are initiated and organized into groups across departments. The first group is Initiate for tasks related to information and document related to the account and account context and is fulfilled by Michael. The second is Document Verification. These are tasks to be completed by the document verification team. Then the account configuration and authorize request task have to be completed to set up interest rates, margins, etc. The tasks grouped as fulfillment are the final steps needed to complete the deposit account activation and send the account opening kit to Anu. At the beginning of this process, Michael completes initiation task by adding account holder information and deposit account details. He also completes document collection task and submits the application. Once the account initiation tasks are completed, the digital workflow creates document verification tasks. The document verification team in the back office validates the documents and completes the assigned tasks. Now, the playbook displays the newly initiated account configuration and authorized request tasks. These tasks include the configured deposit account tasks and the authorized deposit request tasks. After the account configuration and authorized request tasks are completed, the playbook initiates the account fulfillment related tasks. The back office team activates the account and sends Anu the account opening kit. Once Michael finishes the account fulfillment task, the deposit account for Anu is initiated. By leveraging deposit operations, the bank is able to create transparent and repeatable account processes that continuously save time and cost, which means new account opening are fast and easy for Michael and Anu.
Thanks, DJ. Now let's review our final topic. With new enhancements to the client lifecycle operations application, banking professionals can seamlessly manage account updates throughout the relationship lifecycle in a compliant manner. Client lifecycle operations was first introduced in ServiceNow's Rome release and featured onboarding capabilities. In our San Diego release, we have added the remaining two client lifecycle events, ongoing or maintenance and offboarding. With client lifecycle management tools, banks can streamline the collection of documentation required, not only for onboarding, but also for address updates, name changes, know your customer KYC updates, and notices of death in order to comply with regional regulations. Now, departments across the enterprise can reference account maintenance documents and trust that they are routed for validation, including through clients' third-party KYC service providers. For example, it can take weeks or months for a bank to close a client account after a notice of death. This process is complex, requiring several requests for additional information from the parties involved. This can strain the banking relationship at a time when the descendant's beneficiary may be contemplating whether to continue a relationship with the bank. This is the type of situation for which client lifecycle operations was built. By sharing a single record of client information across departments, banks can reduce the time spent collecting data that already exists within their systems. Now over to DJ to see how the situation would look at a bank.
Thank you, Namit. That was an excellent articulation of client lifecycle operations. Now let us see how Michael and his team can use the application. This time, Michael receives an unfortunate phone call from a family member of his client, Fiona Clark. The phone call informs Michael about Fiona's recent passing. Saddened by the news, Michael initiates a client lifecycle operations case from the relationship manager workspace. Michael enters relevant information into the case and assigns the case to himself. Once the case is created, the digital workflow in the background initiates a playbook. The playbook's layouts helps employees with the steps that they are responsible for, while providing complete visibility into the end-to-end process lifecycle. Michael is provided with all the necessary case-related information as he moves through the playbook. For the notification of the death, several tasks are initiated and organized into groups. The first group is notice of death for tasks related to death notification and collection of documents related to the account and account contacts. The second is document verification. These are tasks to be completed by the document verification team. Then, the release of funds and freeze task must be completed to provide funds for specific events and obligations, and subsequently to freeze the account. And finally, the task groups as fulfill and close are the final steps needed to close the account, release the funds, and offboard the client. At the beginning of this process, Michael completes the notice of death task by adding death-related information, account contact information, and release of funds information. He also completes document collection tasks and submits the application. Once the notice of death tasks are completed, the digital workflow creates document verification tasks. The document verification team in the back office validates the documents and completes the assigned task. Now, the playbook displays the newly initiated release funds and freeze tasks. Michael releases a fund for funeral services and tax-related expenses, and then freezes Fiona's account. Account fulfillment and close task gets automatically initiated after previous tasks are complete. Michael then updates the deposit account with relevant information and completes the customer offboarding task. Once Michael finishes the account closure task, the deposit account for Fiona Clark is closed and her family is notified. In this demo, we saw the type of situation for which client lifecycle operations was built. By sharing a single record of client documentation across departments, banks can reduce the time spent collecting information that already exists within their systems, allowing Michael to work across departments while providing top-tier service no matter what his clients are facing. Thank you. And that is a wrap on our financial services operations demos.
Thank you, DJ. To recap what we've learned today, financial services operations is the platform for unifying a firm's architecture across employee, IT, and customer processes, allowing teams and systems to streamline business performance. The San Diego release innovations further accelerate a bank's time to value by automating the most common processes, challenges, and data limitations. Front, middle, and back offices can now eliminate the lengthy cycle times associated with manually collecting and sharing client information, all while having the ability to mitigate regulatory risk. The time is now. Empower your entire bank to serve the client and deliver effortless experiences. You can work with our FSO sales teams to design a customized plan that resolves your bank's needs quickly, consistently, and proactively. And that's a wrap. Thank you for joining Namit, DJ, and me today. We hope that you're just as excited as we are to start using all these new capabilities and applications for banking. We'll see you next time.